Giant 1 was terrifying. It was so chaotic, and we came here, and it's like completely dark outside. There's only like less than 10 other people here, and you're just like, yeah, and you're just like, okay, get up on the tables, get your crayons, let's go. And it was like kind of like stressful and chaotic with the people climbing up and down in the dark and like just like trying to get it all done. But like now with the 2 days of painting that I also went to, I'm like, that was kind of relaxed, because then the painting days, it was so like, okay, let's get going and let's get this done.
Did you walk here?
I got a taxi.
You got a taxi?
I did.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I want to pick you up. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
Okay, so how the door project is that at our school, every teacher has a door, and it gets painted by the students in Art 2, usually. And the teachers are kind of the clients, and the students are the artists, and it's like you're a freelance artist, and they have to cater to the teacher's needs and wants for the composition of the door.
Miss Lark had really hyped this project up as this is building the skills you need for the real world. It's going to be great for partner work. You get to work with them for about half a year and working with clients who may or may not have a lot of ideas going in.
Yeah.
So what happened last year is when we were in Art 2, we usually plan our year to do murals and or doors, and unfortunately when we were planning that, the campfire happened and we just had to completely cancel it. Faith was my partner, and yeah, I remember you texting me and saying, hey, do you think you can finish it? My house burned down. Finish the sketching for it, and then you're at that, when we came back you said, nope, it's canceled, we're done.
We were gone for a whole month. Even after the fire was done, everyone was still in a state of controlled panic, and so that's I would say that was a big reason why Miss Lark canceled the doors, was because everyone was just at a high amount of stress, so it was just something to take away so we could focus on other things.
How did you guys feel when you guys came back and I had canceled everything?
I felt really sad because I worked really hard. I mean, we'd all worked really hard on our doors, and not even painting them yet, but the brainstorming part with our teachers. So it was really unfortunate that we weren't going to get to do that.
There was a part of it that was disappointing because we worked so hard, but another part that was really a relief because logically the idea of doing an entire door and also catching up on things and recovering would have been way too overwhelming. So it was the right decision on Miss Lark's part, but you know, we already had compositions done. I was excited.
Okay, so the fire happened and we came back and we couldn't do our doors anymore because there just wasn't enough time in the school year. So we were like, maybe we should do a wall. And Miss Lark was like, no, do you guys know how much work that takes? It's not going to happen. It doesn't make sense in the school year. And we said, well, maybe we can come back next year and do it.
Marcy likes to say that this wall reflects the sun right into his eyes and it severely impacts his teaching.
And then Miss Lark was like, what if we prank Marcy? And then we started with love and a little bit of vengeance in our hearts.
Yes. And then the idea of pranking Marcy arose, and we were like, okay, this is what we're going to do. And we started planning it when we came back this semester.
And like you had a vote too, and you're like, who wants to work on this mural? And if you do like want to work on it, you have to work on it, no matter what happens.
Yeah.
We got there at 6 a.m. and Miss Lark set off the entire school alarm.
Okay, we got there at 6 a.m.
Wait, I roll up like 1 minute late, right?
I was there first, sitting in my car, listening to 80s rock, and then she opens the art room door, and the entire school alarm goes off. She throws her bag, runs to the office to turn it off, and then she has to call the alarm company and be like, please don't send the police.
Even the police
One second.
Explain Marcy without knowing it.
Yeah, it's hard.
I'll do it. Challenge time. Mr. Marcy, he is a great teacher. I've had him all 3 years.
He kind of has a snarky personality, so it's fun to prank people with snarky personalities.
He's notoriously known for being a bit of a pimp. No offense to him, I think he's excellent, but he talks about things he doesn't like a lot. In our first period class, Mr. Marcy has said multiple times he hates koalas, he hates carrots, and he hates bright colors.
And people touching their eyes.
Oh yeah, he got addicted to carrots in freshman year, hates them now. I think he turned orange at one point. So I wanted giant koalas with human eyes and like holding on to carrots and all in bright stylized colors.
We had a lot of different ideas of like what we wanted to do with the koalas. We weren't sure, like originally we had like koalas floating in space. I remember that very vividly.
And they still have lasers coming out of their eyes. I think that was my idea. I'm proud of
Didn't
it.
we have one idea where we wanted like the koalas to be eating little Marcy's?
Yeah.
Well, there were little Marcy's marching up the eyes.
Yeah, like a trail of ants. But it was Mr.
We were
Marcy.
just gonna have a bunch of people, and then one of them was gonna have like a green dress shirt on, I think.
He wears the brightest dress shirts.
And we were gonna have mirrors, but that might.
Fire hazard.
It's a fire hazard.
Yeah.
And an airplane hazard.
Oh yeah.
But it's still annoying because his whiteboard is right inside the window, and the mural's very bright, so it reflects, and it's hard to see the board.
Is it hard? That's hard for us, not for him. But then he can't teach us. We nerfed ourselves.
Yeah.
All right, so the main composition, brainstorming, Miss Lark needed to pick out a very elite team who could take criticism and pretty much
just
go
anyone
fast
willing.
and hard. Yeah. I mean, you pretty much was like...
I did say that you have to be willing to take rejection immediately because we
That's
have to
true.
get this going
Yeah.
fast. Yeah.
So
you're
when
right.
the tables were here and it was chaos, you just said, okay, who wants to help? You, and then we're going. So it was me, it was Talent, and it was Drew. And for the day that we needed to get brainstorming compositions done, Talent was sick, he couldn't show up. So Drew and I, Miss Lark worked on the brainstorming. They say I helped, which is great because after that I got sick and I couldn't do anything. So it was all up to Drew.
And Lark.
Drew and Lark. And this is all Drew's design because
And Lark.
she's incredible.
It was both of us.
Both of them.
It was both of us.
So, how did you feel with the whole elite design team saying?
I'm sorry. That wasn't a good laugh.
Originally, I was like, oh, Talon's gone. Drats. And I was like, oh, Callie's gone. Drats. So it was okay. And it was fun. Enjoyed it.
Well, we didn't have the final koalas done on the first night.
No.
No, so it was like the day they got.
Yeah.
But it worked out.
Yeah.
I mean, like, the design was done. I just didn't ink them, and I didn't even end up inking them until that day, which is whatever. So originally, me and Lark were designing the mural. I would come up to her with my thumbnails, or well, it was almost my proof, and then she'd be like, okay, cool, let's do this and this and this. I really like what we're doing, but what if we interweaved it more? And then what if there were rays? Oh my, and then she texted me later, and I was like, what if we put circles behind the koalas? And she also thought I think you thought that everything you were saying I wasn't really there for, just because I wasn't like, yeah! But
I was just trying to throw stuff out there.
I liked it. I really did like it. We did. And if it wasn't for you, I don't think it would have looked as dynamic as it does. Yeah.
Less about me, more about
Anyway, the main pieces I did were mostly the koalas, and then Lark did the smoke or clouds, more or less, and the colors.
How many text messages were there? She stopped responding.
I was in the shower. Anyway, the point is that she sent me like 15 different color options, and they almost all looked the same.
Yeah, that fits.
Like almost exactly. There was like 4 actually that I thought were exactly the same. And I was so trying to zoom in and look at like the numbers to see if they're in. I couldn't read the numbers. I was like, I'm pretty sure it looks great. Just move on.
What was that?
Guys!
Oh my goodness, this is incredible.
This is so crazy.
It's just for you.
You have no idea how surprised I am. Like, I'm blown away that you guys did this. This is amazing. I can't believe I have to look at koalas for the rest of the day. But this is so great. Great job. Wow.
Look at that big old smile!
I was say, like, could someone say something about, like, the fact that a lot of us, like, don't know the Art 3, like, upperclassmen art students, and we went there, and while we were painting, like, at least I was talking to so many kids that I had never talked to before, and I got along with them so well. They were so, like, helpful, they were so kind, they were so, like, just generally great, and what you would want out of working with a group of art students you've never talked to.
I remember the whole time, it was really hot, but the whole time I was like, I don't want to stop doing this. Passionate! So great. I feel so good doing this.
How do you guys feel now that it's all done?
Oh, awesome. We did it. We're done. It was really great to be a part of something that was so big. Somebody should give some context that the bell just rung, and now there are a lot of high school students around us.
Yeah, school just ended.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. How do you feel when you look at it when you're on campus?
I feel proud
Yeah.
and happy. I cried several times making this design because it really was the main thing I wanted to do since the first time I walked on this campus was make a mural. Like I cried so many times making this design. I was like, I'm so happy. I think I may have cried at D&D. I was very happy. I was so grateful. I was mostly just really grateful for this opportunity.
I just wanted to take a moment to tell you all about the feelings that are bubbling up in my heart after making this video. This is a video that is so precious to me because it's the story of my kiddos overcoming a truly traumatic and life-altering experience, and how they did it with patience, love, humor, and art. They wouldn't let the fire steal their hopes and opportunities away from them, and they wouldn't take no for an answer even though I told them it couldn't be done. I am so incredibly inspired by all of you guys. But the story around the outside edges of this story is about a school where kids and students are loved and supported, where we are free to take risks and create, a school that feels like home and family. I hope my students never take for granted the gift of education and the opportunity to grow and explore together. I love you guys, and I am so proud of you.